Alright, excellent. I have all the upgrades. Let's switch to Growl.
Let there be rock!
There we go. Let's proceed. The Dark Descent. We've almost run out of supplies. Morale is at an all-time low, and some of our men have deserted. Luckily, we've bumped into a dwarven mining crew that dug too deep and have barricaded themselves against the Saurians. They've promised to join us in finding our way out of this damned place. Our escape must wait, as we and our newfound allies must repel the oncoming Saurian horde.
Dungeons deep and caverns old. Is there no one else? It's clobbering time! Send them to me!
But
Longbeard, still fight! Dungeons deep and caverns old. Send them to me!
now that's quite impressive, but
Longbeard, still fight! Dungeons deep
I have to
and
manually click the guy.
caverns old. To me!
or is there some magical hotkey I can... Ah yes, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fair enough.
Longbeard, still fight! Dungeons deep and caverns old.
What do you do, dwarves? What do you do? Presumably I can't build here. Although I would be tempted to check.
Fully loaded!
Not really. Oh well.
Let there be rock! Dungeons deep and caverns old. That still counts as one.
Alright. Mithril armor increases dwarf armor to medium. Mithril hammers increases each dwarf's attack damage by 5. And the dwarf visor. Magic drink that grants super life regeneration for 3 seconds. Alright. These guys for explosive kegs. They deal 60 to 100 damage. Full Mithril Jacket increases ranged attack damage by 30 points. Full Mithril Jacket. Alright.
Here comes the pain. Is there no one else?
Can we actually cross this? No, we cannot.
It's clobbering time.
These are two separate
Let there be rock.
I was wrong!
Here comes the pain.
This passage can be used
Is there no one else? Send them to me.
to get to the other side.
Longbeard, still it's clobbering time.
Excellent. How do I want to deal with this nonsense? But for this mission, I might want to pick someone else. Someone with better anti-air capabilities. Frankly, for this mission, considering the fact that I have dwarves at my disposal, I might as well want to heal them up with the priestess. I could pick the wizard to deal with the air units, but I think I ought to pick the priestess, put her bottom lane, and protect the dwarves down there, protecting top lane in some other fashion.
Hallelujah!
These savants
My
are a problem.
faithful,
Just
join me!
keep on summoning. They need to be stopped ahead of time.
Deep and caverns old.
But the general idea was correct, I think.
Bullseye.
Time for target
Get a crossbow
practice.
fort up here. And do invest in the dwarves up here as well, I guess.
Say your prayers.
I'll get another crossbow fort down there later on, but this will save me a lot
Ready to rumble.
For the fallen!
headache and heartache.
Hallelujah! Purification
just
is
being
at
there
hand.
from the start.
Rah!
Bless it. Thank you.
My faithful,
Now this one.
join me!
To battle! Freedom!
More. Nice.
Say your prayers. For the fallen!
Reinforce!
Furnace blast.
Rah!
Almost.
Menu!
Maul, furnace blasting.
Reinforce! Might and magic. Like a charm. I put a spell on you.
Right. Now the other units, my goodness, this is rough.
Might and dodge this! Freedom! Archers ready? Reinforce!
Stop them! Nasty teleporting guys. Right, that somehow I have 700 gold banked up. Need to invest this, and I need to invest this wisely.
With
Necros
me, I
here.
bring death.
Bullseye!
Crossbow bolt here.
To battle! Freedom!
Nice. Pestilence.
Rises.
Reinforce!
In a single Death Knight. Come on! Down you go. I will need to buff
That still sends one to me.
the dwarves. I'll need to get upgrades for them soon enough.
To battle!
I'll just blast this with the meteor, I guess.
Freedom!
More range and a crit chance, come on.
Reinforce!
There are things I could get in top lane, but I think I should focus on bottom lane. Might be wrong.
Like a charm.
Instead of getting the necklace, I think I should get the Archmage Tower instead. It's a finisher.
To battle!
Purification is at hand.
Also, I need to upgrade the dwarves.
Let them
More armor, come on. Yeah, they're getting blasted anyway.
My faithful,
Long beard
join
still
me.
fight.
Freedom!
Blast them!
Say your prayers.
Dungeons deep and caverns old.
Right, these guys need to be gunned down.
Let's get shooting. Let's get shooting.
Let's indeed. I need to figure something out as far as top lane is concerned, though. There are essentially 2 towers there to deal with DL, and that's it. I think I'll need more mages here.
I put a spell on you. To battle!
I also need to deal with ground troops, but I have that somewhat under control.
Freedom! Might and magic. Like a charm. Reinforce!
Deal with them.
Let's ride.
Phew! Last got the moment. Right,
Me, I bring
more
death.
necros. I might want to get some mages here and there, I guess.
I put a spell on you. Freedom!
Just to be on the safe side. Speaking of which,
And magic.
mages everywhere. That'll help, right?
Reinforce!
It'll also help with those pesky summoners down the line. The dwarves have not been sufficiently upgraded, but
I put a spell on
I'll deal with that later. Even more range. I'll get a dwarf here soon enough. Okay, they're getting tuned up. Wall.
fully loaded. To battle!
Because I'll need to deal with terrifying waves down here soon enough.
Get some!
I know what's going on. Fine, I'll just blast them. It's the simplest way of dealing with this.
Reinforce! Hail to the
Such range, my goodness. Alright, still coming down. Summoners. Keep on healing, lady. Come on, healing lady. Kill the brute. Barrel. Because that works against grouped up foes. I need Furnace Blast soon enough. I will deal with that stupid Soren Savant. Yeah, he's got medium magic resistance and I'm blasting him with magic. As soon as he gets in range of this though, it's gonna be toast. Stop him. Right, this is not as great as I had expected. Alright. More damage for the dwarves. Deal with them. Those brutes! Foul brutes! More furnace blasting. Idiot! Alright, cold drill. That ought to do it. Just no drill up here. Blast them. And drill in top lane. Need to get falcons in top lane. Two tiers of them, excellent. 3 tiers. High regen on the dwarves. Right, that dwarf is doing his job. So are the dwarves. Kegs. Barrage. The teleporting guys are making a run for it. The teleporting guys. Nah. More barrage? Nah. Better mages, powerful mages. Necromancers. With pestilence and a death knight. Oh boy. We need to crush them soon enough. Just blast them. These guys need to go, because they keep blasting everything down. The brutes I can somewhat deal with, because at the very least they don't obliterate everything immediately. And they are melee, so they are easy to handle.
Me, I bring death.
Put a spell on you.
Block him.
Darkness rises.
Alright, perfect. Skeletons everywhere.
Might and magic.
This is great. Fine barrage, we one on these ladies. Keep on shooting the brutes. Oh, Death Knight. That's okay. Tempted to lower the cooldown on the drill, but no. More necromancers.
Bring death.
Down he goes.
Fear the
A Death Knight here. To stop even more brutes. Brood guards, brood guards, brood guards. Radiant brutes, savants. Yeah, sure. Let them come. Right. More damage, kegs. Pestilence. Max Pestilence. Oh boy. Fine. Blast off. Give him Death Knights. More Pestilence, better Death Knight. Right, this is working out so far. Guys are no longer visible, they get slaughtered by the skeletons at the tail end of the road. Third tier Furnace Blast finally. Better Pestilence. No! Twister tier 1 down here. Command walls.
Hallelujah! Purification is at hand.
More upgrades here, more upgrades there. Blast these guys with a meteor. Third tier barrage. Down he goes. Anything out of this? Right, one guy. Out of the Twister. Done. Victory. 3 stars. No one slipped through. I've unlocked another hero! I also leveled this lady up significantly. I'm not sure getting her armor is that important. She's not supposed to be at the front lines anyway. If she's at the front lines, she's not doing her job, most likely. Same goes for increasing her maximum life. However, this teleportation ability that grants armor seems pretty nifty. Grants armor for 20 seconds, just one to upgrade, 30 seconds. Upgrading it all the way to max. And might as well get her light armor. Oh, and by hero unlocked, they mean I've unlocked all the other heroes. Every last one of them. Which is hilarious. Spoiled for choice now. Yeah, I also have stars left over. It's not like there's anything I can get here, but okay. Alright, so these are the heroes I've unlocked. I've already played all of the ones from the top row. Now would be the time to try out the ones from bottom row. There's Shatra, who looks a bit like a Stolbrand Zeratul. He's got an energy glaive. Throws a glaive that deals 22 damage, has a 30% chance to strike an additional target. Purification Protocol, yeah, I get it. Protoss. Summons a drone that shoots overheated plasma, dealing 80 damage of 1 second, alright. Abduction, calls its mothership to abduct one specimen with 250 life or less. Interesting. So if I need to get rid of one enemy, not terribly healthy, but reasonably healthy, but just one pesky thing, then abduction is the way to go. Vibroblades increases Shatra's base attack damage by 5 and makes his attacks bypass armor. That's quite handy. I don't have to worry about armor anymore with this. And the final countdown. Whenever Shatra reaches 0 life, he explodes, dealing 100 area damage. Yeah, of course, the Predator. In all sorts of ways. Then there's Ashbite. Oh my goodness, I could go through every single one of them. How about I just try every one of them one by one? That's not a smart way to go about this, I don't think. Because if I do so, then I am absolutely not playing up to the strengths, I'm just using them randomly. Now, I know the previous guys, I know what they are capable of, and I know what sort of missions they are suited for. They are suited better towards some, and they are suited less towards others. Let's just go through these heroes very quickly. Or rather, reasonably slowly. All of them... Some of them are level 6, some of them are level 5. Intriguing. But thankfully I don't have to level them up from scratch. Here's the dragon, Ashbite. He's got Blazing Breath, spews forth a cone of searing flames, dealing 28 area damage. Feast. Dives and feasts upon an enemy, dealing 80 damage with a 20% chance to devour. Just like that. Too bad he doesn't heal. Sends out a cloud, fiery mist, sends out a cloud of hot smoke that slows enemies by 30%. A lot of AoE here. And this is CC AoE. Wildfire Barrage scorches the ground, melting all enemies with 4 explosions and 30 damage each once again. This guy is an AoE beast. Against plenty of small things, this is the guy to get. Rain of Fire. Fire-based attacks set enemies on fire, burning them for 6 damage over 3 seconds. This guy has everything. He's got AoE, he's got CC, and he's got dots. This guy is better against single targets, I guess, although he's got the glaive that he can throw, etc. But he's also got Abduction as an interesting ability. There's Karkinos, the Wall Master. The Iron Pencil improves base attack damage by 5 points. Very basic, very easy to understand, just an upgrade to his damage. Bellhardened. If harmed while his health is below 40%, a 35% chance of becoming invulnerable for 4 seconds. Intriguing. So he's a tank. Well, not necessarily that much of a tank, he doesn't have that much health, but... in a rough spot, he can become invulnerable for a brief amount of time, so it's not as easy to just nuke him. He can become invulnerable, and at that point you can send him in. It takes no damage whatsoever. Therefore he can get healed up or whatever, he could take care of the threat and then retreat to safety. So if you have enemies that just obliterate or threaten to just annihilate your hero, you might as well potentially use him. You can trigger that thing, charge in, dispose of them, and then get back to business as usual. Once again, those guys with the obliteration guns are a nice example of the thing that springs to my mind. The Sand Waves earlier on, potentially as well. Pincer attack. Shoots his mechanical pincer, dealing 15 to 35 damage to all enemies caught in its path. Alright. So he's got some range as well. Shoulder cannon. Shoulder cannon, you say. Fires a bolt of watery glue that deals 30 damage and slows enemies for 4 seconds. That's quite innovative, that's quite original. And I didn't expect that. Burrow grants him the ability to travel 60% faster below ground. So he can burrow between lanes or something? Interesting. So he can reposition, he can slow people down. It's a mishmash, he's got all sorts of abilities. He's a general all-rounder. I think I will just go with him next, potentially. Here's Kutsao, the monk. Snake style. Attack that causes crippling pain, causing its victim to deal 20% less damage on every attack. It's an interesting debuff. Not as useful against most enemies. Why would you actually want to do that? It sounds like a lot, and it is a lot, but we're dealing with just swaths of enemies. Enormous hordes barreling down on you most of the time. So yeah, I guess if you actually encounter something enormous, you want him to solo that, so that he can debuff it, especially if it can unleash some AoE attack or whatever. But how long does it last? I don't know. I don't quite get the utility of this, because most of the time if you block an enemy, they're not going to attack anyone except for your hero anyway. Dragon style. He transforms his chi into a flaming dragon, dealing 25 to 75 damage to enemies around him. It's nice. Tiger style. Focusing his chi. Kutsao performs an armor-piercing attack, dealing 30 damage to one enemy. Okay, armor-piercing on against a single target. This one is AoE. This one, he debuffs a single target. You could just bounce from target to target debuffing them. I guess that would make sense, as long as I actually rely on, let's say, barracks units to deal with things. Then they will not take as much damage. Leopard style unleashes 3 lightning fast attacks on multiple targets, dealing 10 to 30 damage to each. Yeah, I think I know what this looks like. And of course, this combined with Snake style means that he can cripple all of them. Alright, this is coming together. This is the guy you will use if you want to go for barracks units. Couple him with, say, the Templar or the Assassins. Crane style gives him a 20% dodge chance and the ability to counterattack for 20 damage. Intriguing concept. Then there's Dante the Hunter. Looks pretty stylish. Akimbo style draws his 2 guns and makes 4 rapid shots that deal 40 damage each. Pew 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 pew. Silver bullet takes aim, shoots a silver bullet, deals 140 true damage. And of course we understand what true damage is, it ignores armor. Holy grenade throws a bottle of holy water. Silencing an enemy spellcaster for 5 seconds. Now that is useful. I hate spellcasters, they're the bane of my existence. Most of the time I can deal with other tiny enemies, but spellcasters are another thing entirely. So, I might want to have this guy hunt down enemy spellcasters. He can be the witch hunter. Relic of Power unleashes the power of a holy relic, destroying 25% of an enemy's resistances. That's pathetic. Okay, thank goodness, you leveled that up to 4. And it's 100%. But come on now, 25% of the resistances on a guy? What debuff potential does that give, really? Like, okay, so they still have 75% of the resistance they originally had. It's really not worth it that much, so you kinda have to level this up to 4 to destroy the resistance. Now I get it, if you really want to fight fire elementals with fire, so to speak, then you any bit of damage you can get in makes sense. If I want to use wizards on the entire map to barrage enemies with magic resistance, then yeah, maybe this is the way to go. Just debuff everything so it can actually take that sort of damage. Beacon of Light, Dante's presence, even while dead, bless his allies, granting them 25% extra damage. That's handy. Works on reinforcements, works on barracks units once again. This is a guy who works exceedingly well. If you are to get barracks units on your side. Same with this guy. Boneheart, the dragon. Boneheart, the other dragon. Oh, double dragon. Spine Rain. The Dracolich, I guess. Spine Rain. Rains 6 spines over a wide area, dealing 24 damage each. Once again, AoE. Bone Golem summons a Bone Golem, aids him in battle. Alright. Stronger Golem. Alright. Just a stronger Golem, not more golems. Makes sense. Plague Carrier unleashes 6 Plague Carriers that infect and deal up to 60 damage to enemies in path. Okay. Disease Nova. AoE. Deals damage, infects. Nice. Unstable Disease. Infected enemies die with an explosion that infects and deals 30 damage to nearby enemies. Ooh, I love the sound of that. Oh, Pestilence and Decay on this thing. Kaz, the Warlord. Kaz! Bull Rush. Rushes towards an enemy, stunning all enemies in his path for 2 seconds. Nice. Blood Axe. Each strike has a 20% chance of dealing true double damage. Daedalus' Maze. Teleports the enemy closest to the exit to his position, stunning it for 2 seconds. Oh, that's handy. Roll of Fury. Kaz's roll makes all towers deal 25% extra damage, 4 seconds. He buffs towers. This is the guy you use if you do not use barracks units. He can recall an enemy that's about to get away, and then he gets to roll, buffing all towers. All towers. All towers, not towers in range. All towers. For 4 seconds. This is magnificent. I want this guy. Doom Spin. Whirlwind attack. That deals 16 to 48 area damage. Oh, this is my guy. And he is Satan, the monkey god. Spins his dual Tetsubo, dealing 48 damage to all enemies around him. Okay. Spinning attack AoE. Tetsuo Storm. With a flurry of fast and powerful strikes. Deals 110 damage to an enemy. Single enemy. Monkey Palm. With an ancient technique, stuns an enemy for 1 second, silences it for 5. Anti-magic tech, that's good. Angry God, invoke his Godly Fury. All enemies receive 25% extra damage for 5 seconds. Alright, he cripples enemies. He gives them negative armor, so to speak. Divine Nature. Channeling his divine energy, item gains 3 life regeneration per second. Reasonably handy. I want this guy.
Where's the beef?
The buff on this is amazing. The maze and the spin for now. I want to level him up to level 10 as soon as humanly possible. I'm not sure I'll even manage this all that easily, considering how many heroes there are. And considering the fact that I want to level them all up, obviously, so no one feels left out. The achievements coming along, everything on page 1, everything on page 2. Not quite everything on page 3, I'm afraid. I need to build everything in order to get this one, then there's the one where I need to finish the final mission. This has been completed. That has been completed. 6 hasn't. I still need to make people bleed. And to have a Templar emerge, respawn. Enough times. Okay. Let's try heroic. on the Dark Descent.
Send them to me! Us Rodar! Death smiles at us all. Steel and strength. Where's the beef? Let them come!
I love the mix of memes and references that these guys offer.
Longbeard, still fight! Dungeons deep and caverns old. Send them to me!
Now see, here's the thing. I could just send the dwarf... Ow. No, these are all the towers. Fair enough. I could send him to top lane and send our beefy hero to bottom lane. Nothing stopping me. Let's do it like this.
Fully loaded!
And by like this, I mean just like I did it last time.
Archers ready?
Time for target practice.
Bullseye!
Time for target practice.
That ought to work, right?
Us Rodar! Longbeard, still fight! Dungeons deep and caverns old. Send them to me! Longbeard, still fight! Dungeons deep and caverns old. Send them to me! Where's the beef? Us Rodar!
Let's do this.
Reinforce!
Love this buff. Oh yeah! He summoned him closer rather than further away.
Smiles
At least
at
for
us
now.
all.
At least in this circumstance. Alright guys, just shoot them down. Oh, the furthest away!
Battle!
The furthest away from the exit, of course. Not the closest to the exit.
Us Rodar!
Slice him.
At us all.
Freedom!
Shake hands!
Furthest blast. Dude, you're kinda running out of health here. Let's just blast him for now. Yeah, what do we want here? What do I want up here?
Where's the beef?
Oh boy. How about some mages
I put a spell on you.
so that I can block with Death Knight?
Battle!
Come on, bull.
Rodar! Death smiles at us all.
Don't summon them towards you, please. Just heal up.
Freedom! Might and magic.
Right, now you can block.
Reinforce! Like a charm.
Blast them. Now what? Necros.
I bring death.
That'll help. That'll help a lot. Necros here as well,
Might and
as soon as humanly possible.
Where's the beef? Us Rodar!
to battle!
So that I can get those skeletons to buffer. Razor fangs, single brute. No! Not like this.
Kazadai Menu!
Reinforce!
Alright, you guys. No! Alas, my beefy guy.
Kazadai Menu! That still counts as one. Fear the Ripper!
Come on, Ripper. Do your thing.
Smiles at us all.
I put a spell on you.
Well, this is awkward.
Still Fireland!
Come on, dwarf. Your assistance is necessary. Top lane is doing absolutely fine without your presence. Just help bottom lane. Pestilence.
Not the beard!
Ah, damn it. Dead beef. Down you go.
Fireland! Where's the rain?
Freedom!
Right, but make these guys into necromancers and have them unleash pestilence upon all foes. More pestilence. Right, dwarves. Have more armor. Let's get more mages everywhere.
I put a spell on you.
Well, see, the problem here is
Let them come.
that I don't have a dwarf up top.
To battle!
Let's build some artillery and try to get the dwarf up here.
Kazadai Menu.
Right, dwarf,
Deep and caverns
go up
old.
and assist your kin.
King, baby.
Reinforce!
Dwarves,
Still
move
counts
there.
as one.
There we go. So near the exit, might as well block them.
Ready to rumble.
Nice.
To battle!
Falcons! I need to use that upgrade. Fine, just blast them, sheesh.
Freedom!
Blackbird fly!
Yeah, they're getting slaughtered.
Blackbird fly!
Oh, this guy needs to stop.
Death smiles at us all.
Get him. Get the summoner. Slice him with your axe. Fire. Fire at him.
Fly!
Fire. The summoner beat him? What the hell is wrong with you, dude?
To battle!
You're a huge minotaur. He's a tiny, pathetic Saurian savant. This should not have happened. Disgraceful.
And magic.
Yeah, let's use magical damage against that guy. Let's see how that works.
Rodar. Smile.
He's got medium magic resistance, but that's okay. Let's keep on using magical damage. That's clearly the way to go.
Reinforce!
Slice him, come on. Come on, you minotaur.
Steal and destroy.
There we go, wave 6. Final wave. I need furnace blast, come on.
Send them to me. Kick and big.
There we go, furnace blast. Let's just blast these guys.
To battle!
Kick and
Shield 3 and furnace blast. Everything's getting scorched to death. Pestilence is affecting them. Getting stunned, yada yada yada, everything is working fine. Oh no, you won't. You're not getting away, your invisibility has its limits.
Rodar.
Alright, bother this brute guy. Now I know that you're probably going to have a lot of difficulty dealing with him and you will probably die, but hey, might as well try, right?
Kazadai Menu.
Down he goes. But he still gave it a chance, and that's what matters.
Dungeons deep and caverns old.
Oh boy, dwarf.
Send them to me. That still counts as one. Let them come.
Blast him!
Where's Longbeard still fighting?
Stop it! Yes! Victory! He also leveled up. If only I could give him more health, but alas, his bullheaded approach to this is the only one he will ever know. I'm tempted to give him a better whirlwind, but I think I should just Unlock more talents. 20% chance of dealing true double damage. Yes, more damage is the way. 20% chance of dealing true triple damage, okay. 20% chance of dealing true quad damage. Yes, please. It's a die roll every goddamn time. 20% chance on each strike to deal 4 times the damage. Fair enough. I don't care about these stars because there's nothing to spend them on. And on iron, I only get access to archers and mages. I will have to block manually. And no, I cannot use the dwarf to deal with the situation. I can use my... First of all, I can use the Death Knights, whatever the hell they're called, to block with them. I can block with skeletons, so I am going to build necromancers. But even more importantly, even more to the point, I think I'm going to get some dwarves, because that's the way things have been going. If you don't get the opportunity to build barracks, you just get them. Top and bottom?
Send them to me!
No, not quite. I get 3 dwarven defenders in bottom lane, but not in top lane. In top lane I only get max dwarves, which is all fine and dandy. I'm just going to get sufficient defenses up top of a different sort. I'm just going to get necromancers up there.
Us Rodar! Death smiles at us all.
I'd be tempted.
Send them to me! Longbeard, still fight! That still counts as one.
I'd be tempted to do this differently.
Let them come! Steal and
With,
destroy.
say, my Beastmaster to block on more fronts, but guess I won't do that. I could also pick another hero that can block. Oh my goodness. So few spots are actually available here. This is terrifying. Bottom lane is recently safe because of the dwarves, but top lane is pretty much bare aside from these Marks dwarves. It's just them.
Where's the beef?
I could potentially clean up the rubble. Every single spot up top has rubble on it. You have to spend 200 to clean up each single spot. I think it might be a lot better
Let's get shooting!
to just invest in upgrades instead.
Lock, stock, and barrel!
Let's do this.
Freedom!
Then I'll just put mercenaries here. Probably should put mercenaries bottom so that they can deal with these little
Reinforce!
razor fangs. Yes, that's what they're called. Deal with them. Right, mercenaries top so that they can block and such.
Lock, stock, and barrel! Us Rodar!
Summon him. Destroy him.
Death smiles at us all.
Block here. Oh boy. Nope.
Zadai Menu! That still counts as one.
Yeah, block as far to the side here as you can. You block here. So the damage is actually...
Zadai Menu!
Alma! So the damage is actually dealt from the towers. Oh boy. So much stuff breaking through on so many fronts.
Not the field!
No! The heroes are dead! All the heroes are dead!
Reinforce!
Dungeons deep and caverns old.
Alright, let's correct the initial mistakes.
Zadai Menu! That still counts as one.
Instead of upgrading these guys at all,
Send them to me!
I could just get the dwarves. Is that the way to go? No. If I want to be able to block, I might as well.
Might and
Can't get the dwarves. That's the whole point of this there. I've mentioned this explicitly. Get necros up top.
With me I bring death.
So let's get necros up top. Alright, you guys deal with the Razor Fangs. Keep blocking.
To battle!
These guys will summon skeletons. Everything is working out just fine. Nice.
Freedom!
Mercenaries here. Mages.
I'll put a spell on you.
Better mages. These guys have some physical armor, but... let's just blast them. Anyway, I started blasting.
Enforce! My
Better mages.
magic.
Soon enough, I'll get Necros here.
Smiles at us all.
Slice them.
To battle!
That can't be it. Of course it's not it.
With me, I
Necros. Now we will have skeletons defending here. I ought to upgrade the dwarves at some point. I guess? Maybe? Nah. Dwarven marksman maybe, but not necessarily the melee dwarves.
Where's the beast? Rogar!
Reinforce!
The reinforcements are really getting the job done. Let's get pestilence instead of the death knight for now. Alright, block this guy. The Myrmidon. Myrmid off! Alright then, my beefy guy. Go down here. Actually, I'll just blast them. He might still be of assistance though. Pestilence.
Rising.
Death Knight.
Ripper.
Freedom!
Where's the beef?
Fine, goes up.
Smiles at us all. Where's the rain? Rogar!
Reinforce!
My goodness, is this simple. Look at this nonsense. Pretty much no effort required, it's just working by itself. What do I upgrade now? Dwarven hammer damage.
To battle!
That still counts as one.
Fine, fight them.
Come here.
You too, Dwarven King. No!
Freedom!
Let's get the Death Knight as soon as I can.
Fear the Ripper.
Blast them. Possibly should have blasted here, but never mind. Give them armor. Come on, you cow. Help them down low.
That still counts as
Max
one.
armor on dwarves.
Dungeons deep and caverns old.
Slice them.
To battle!
Well, actually outside of the range of the towers, which is kind of ridiculous. We shouldn't be doing that.
Send them to me. Longbeard, still fight.
Go up,
Dungeons
though.
deep and caverns
I'll keep the cow here.
Smiles at us all and
Reinforce!
Oh, my poor cow.
still counts as one.
Fine, let's get the dwarves armor. More damage.
Manu. Rogar.
Blast these guys.
Smiles at us all.
Dwarf died up there. How? Probably the same way
Battle!
my lovely Minotaur died down here right now. No!
Freedom!
Early.
Fear the Ripper. Send them to me. Longbeard.
Reinforce!
Dungeons deep and caverns old.
Shoot him! Thank goodness. Better.
Let's ride.
More damage, come on.
Beard.
Whoa. But I did it though! It has been done! If barely. If flailing and in panic, it has still been done nonetheless. And I've leveled him up to level 7! Once again, if I keep this up, I won't be able to showcase every single hero, but I like this guy though. Presumably you also like this guy. Do you like this guy?